Good evening, everyone, and welcome to week 5 of the Live OC Sports first season. A couple pretty important announcements. Looking forward to season 2. There'll be a couple changes. I would like to have there be a cost for the season, which will be around $20 currently. To bring some motivation to join, I'd also like there to be a prize fund with that season. It's all very early, and there's not going to be an actual announcement about it till very later on. But that's the vision I have, to try to get more people in and try to A, bring some motivation, and B, give myself some motivation to keep doing this, because it's turned out to be a lot more work than I expected it to be. The second announcement I have, which I'm pretty excited for, is I want to try to make this league more public. In a week or two, I am hoping to have a survey that anyone can fill out to sign up for Season 2. Currently, there's 18 people, 6 teams. I'm hoping to have more and try to even make more teams if possible. Try to raise the stakes a bit. So if there's anyone that's interested, I'm planning on posting that in a week or two. So I'll post it once it's out. I'll put it in my YouTube bio. I'll put it in the stream, every single stream. I'll make sure to copy and paste the link there so you could sign up anytime. And that's the big announcements I got. So let's get into what happened last week. So standings have shifted a little bit, not terrible amount. The only change is the Waves, with their loss last week to the Tempest, fall to 2-2 and jump down to third in the standings, and the Tide go up to second at 3-1. The Tempest still undefeated at 4-0. The Abyss were able to beat the Surge last week, so they jump to 2-2 and keep their playoff spot. The Fangs lost to the Tide. The Fangs beat the Tide. The Tide's first loss in a 2v3, so the Fangs are now 1-3. And that is a quick recap of the standings. Tonight's matchup will be the Tempest and the Surge, so first and sixth. So Tempest trying to keep their undefeated streak, and Surge trying to claw their way to a playoff spot. And here's the stats. Nothing incredible happened standings-wise. Green, Sinks, and myself still the top 3, with Nate, Silver, Firehill following. I think the only changes of note was Pickle jumped down a couple spots. Bass rose a couple spots. Besides that, no sudden changes to the stats so far. And to break down the match tonight, once again, NJ is done for the season. Silver is still out for personal reasons. So the only member for Tempest left is Sinks. There will be 2 subs tonight. One will be Hi from the Abyss, and Paul from the Fangs. So thank you to both of them for subbing. So Sinks, Hi, and Paul. And they will be taking on the full Surge roster of Pickle, Knot, and Bass, trying to find their footing. They've looked better and better each week, so I'm hoping they can bring it this week. And that is all I got. So I'm going to make sure the teams are set up, and we will be back shortly. Alright, let's get this game going. They decided to start with surprise, so we're on to game 1. Here's Pickle. Playing it to the right corner. High gets a good catch. Not tries to 50. Here's Pickle following with a little bit low boost. Misses the back corner. Is able to get it around Sinks. Here's Paul off the corner. Here's is not able to get a touch. Shot on net by High. That goes off the post. Here's the follow from Pickle. That's blocked by Sinks. Bass gonna follow. Beats High. Paul slows it down. Bass gonna try to follow. No boost. That's hit right to Pickle. Pass middle. Anyone home? Not with the first goal of the game. 1-0 Surge. 4:21 left. Great start for the Surge. A good passing play by all 3 of the Surge players. And Not is able to tap it home. High wins kickoff clean. There's Bass. Touches it mid. An unfortunate touch for Bass, and Sinks takes advantage of it. Tie game with 4:15 left. Bass just not getting the touch he's looking for, and Sinks just able to tap that in. Easy goal for the Tempest. Tempest trying to stay undefeated at 4-0. And Bass and the Surge are trying to take down the undefeated streak and get themselves on a winning streak. And I know Bass for certain wants to win this league, since he is a former Tempest himself. Got traded to the Surge after a couple unfortunate drops from the league. Here's Pickle. Tries to pass mid. Can't get the touch, but does get a bump on Sinks. Sinks gets a shot. Pickle's able to play it to the corner. Bass gets demoed by Sinks. That's a pass mid to High. High with the shot to the corner. Saved by Pickle. Here's Sinks. Pops it up. No boost. Just trying to do what he can. Sinks plays low and is able to cover. Sinks gets it past Not. Good demo by Bass. Pickle pinches it mid to his own net, and Not's able to recover. Bass has time and space. Gets the boost. Flicks over Sinks. Pass mid. Sinks able to clear. Not with the pass mid. Bass back to the corner. Some good passing from Surge early. Sinks gets it around. Pass mid. High with an open net. A great pass by Sinks to take the lead. 2-1 Tempest. Beautiful pass from Sinks going to High. Give me 2 seconds. Yep, we are all set. I was just making sure I wasn't folding once again. I've done that before, didn't want to do it again. A pinch by Not and Pickle. There's Bass, pinches it, mid. Pickle with the shot, and Pickle puts it top right. Tie game. 2:53 left. Great pass by Bass. Goes right to Pickle. Shot over High. Clean goal for the Surge. 2:53 left. Lots of scoring early. The Tempest at plus 22 currently, and Not makes it a 1-goal lead for the Surge. I wasn't ready for a kickoff goal, so I didn't have a lot of commentary ready. Not with the kickoff goal off Pickle. Good play for the Surge. What I was trying to say is Tempest are currently plus 22 in goal differential the first 4 weeks. The Surge are minus 32. So 50 goals of goal differential between the two teams. But the Surge still trying to find a way to get their first regulation win, since their only win currently is the bye-week tournament, the Ryder Cup tournament that they won by Pickle. Back to the game. Here's Paul. Pops it, tries to pop it over. High. Plays the corner. Goes straight down. Gets past one. Bass gets past another. Bass on a 2-on-1 with High. Good demo by Sinks. Prevents the passing play. The shot from Not goes off the corner. Sinks 50s. High's got time and space. Pickle's trying to wait to read. Gets the pinch. Here's Paul. Plays it to the left corner. Paul's going to follow. Good dribbling from Paul. Good 50. Paul's going to try to bump, but no one there. Pickle is able to clear. High. Tries to keep it in the Surge zone. Pickle. Pass mid. Not's up. Not can't get the touch. Good play by Paul. Bass flicks over one. Not to the right wall. Sinks. Pops it right to Hi. That's a good pass by Sinks. Hi goes back to Sinks. Pickle's in the air. He's able to get a touch. Sinks steals their boost. Pickle is currently boost starved, but a good clear by Not. Hi and Paul miss. Both subs trying to find their footing early. Here's Paul. Hits the corner. Pickle gets around one. Pickle gonna try to follow. Hits the corner. Hi. Able to pop it around. Bass. Pass mid. The former Tempest. Does he have a shot? No. Saved by Paul. Sinks. Pinches it to the corner. Good clear by Bass. It goes right to Not. Pops left. Gets over. Sinks. Here's Pickle. Gets around him. Not. Gets around Hi. Pass to Pickle. Paul was the last one back, but it's a great aerial play to keep it in the surge zone. Bass. Hits it to Sinks. Bumps. 2 bumps on Tempest. Very awkward situation for both teams, but Na is able to get a shot, and Hi gets the save. 30 seconds left. Surge up 1. Can they hold this lead and take game number 1 from the undefeated Tempest? Here's Pickle. Gets around 2. Goes to Bass. Bass pinches it high. Not able to clear. 7 seconds left. Does Tempest have a miracle in them in game 1? Or will Bass shut it down? Bass getting revenge on his old team to take game 1. They just tried to keep it out of the net, Paul and Hi, but it just ended up in the hands of Bass, and he taps it in to take game 1 for the Surge. Kickoff won by Not. And we will play some keep up, but that should be the game. The Surge take a 1-0 lead in the series against the undefeated Tempest. This is a best case scenario start for the Surge. Looked pretty dominant throughout the entire match. But we know what the Surge can do, especially with Sinks on their team. Sinks, as of now, is the second highest average score in the league behind Greenspeed. So anything can happen when you have a player like that on your team. And Hi and Paul still trying to figure out Sinks and how to play with them. So once they figure that out, could be a problem for the Surge. So it's huge that they took advantage of that first game. Not pass back to Pickle. Pickle gets a 50. A little awkward here early in the corner. Not pops around Paul. Bass takes it off Not. Hi. Gets a catch. Bass pass middle to Not. The shot is blocked. Hi pinches. Here's Bass with the shot. Open net. Tap in for Bass. 1-0 Surge. 30-second goal. Bass was saying he wanted to have a legacy game against his old team, and he's trying to do it and is having a great start to it now. Can him and the Surge keep it up? 4:30 left. Game 1. Surge are up 1-0 in the series. Here's Pickle. Tries to play it to Bass. Faked Paul on that flip. Here's Sinks. Can't beat Bass. Bass pops over Paul. Hits off the back wall. Hi is able to clear an open net at the moment. No one back for Surge. Here's Not. Plays up the wall. Doesn't get the hit out of the air. Pickle pops it to Bass, but Sinks reads it perfectly. Numbers for Tempest. Do they have an open net? Sinks with the shot. Gets it past Bass, and we have a tie game. 1-1. 3:59 left. Sinks with a great read. Just perfectly taps it past Bass. And we have a tie game in game 2. Tie up on kickoff, but very awkward for the Tempest, but handled nicely by Sinks and Hi. Here's Not. Gets bumped by Sinks. Smart play. Clean 50. Stays in Tempest zone. Bass tries to pop it over Sinks, but Hi's there to clear. We might have a Rule 1. I didn't get to see that fully if the Rule 1 stood, but I think we do. It's looking like Pickle and Not versus Sinks and Hi. Both the lowest ranked players on each team are in a Rule 1 at the moment. All the way back in the Tempest zone. And the shot is on from Not. And Surge takes advantage of the 2v2 chance. 2-1. Paul and Bass got in a Rule 1 at the other end of the field. So it left Tempest scrambling to get in a proper rotation. 3:22. Surge up 1 and also up 1 in the series. Here's Pickle. Up on the wall. Gets it off the back wall. Anyone there for the shot? Not. Hits it off the corner. Bass follows. Goes off the corner. Bass trying to play a pass mid. No one home. Sinks is there to clear. Pickle keeps it in. Some great pressure from Surge. A great bump as well. Bass keeps it in, but Sinks is there to clear. Tempest getting fully pressured by the Surge. Looks like they're still trying to figure each other out. Here's High. Fakes Bass. And Pickle places the corner. Sinks. Tries to slow it down. Bass with a smart demo. Here's Pickle. Popped up by High. Pickle can't keep it. High 50s. Bass gets it around. Bass. Open net for High. And High ties the game with 2:31 left. Pickle just couldn't get a clean touch. And that left High in a 50 in a race with Bass. And High won it. Tie game. Crucial game for Tempest. Keep it a 1-1 game, 1-1 series where anything can happen in a best of 3. Here's Not. Demos High and bumps Paul, but Paul's still able to get the clear. It's kept in. High with another shot on net. Pickle get the block. Here's Sinks. Gets beat out by Not. Paul's there to catch. Paul gets the 50 on Bass, but Bass wins it clean. High off the back wall. Pickle tries to pass mid. What a pass to Not, but Not can't get a clean touch. A good play by the Surge. They're starting to find their passing game every week. And it's looking better and better. Pass mid to Bass. Bass takes advantage of the weird bounce off the back wall. And takes the lead for the Surge. 1:50 left. A weird bounce that Sinks just couldn't read. And Bass is there to clean up. .150 left in game 2. High wins the kickoff. Paul is up. Paul gets one touch mid to Sinks. A great pass by Paul, but Bass with the save. He's everywhere tonight. He meant what he said. Not with an amazing save as well. Pickle plays it off the backboard. Demos High. Not plays it mid. Pickle can't get a pass mid. Sinks is there to clear. Sinks with low boost, just hits it right to Bass. Bass tries to control. Paul pops it up. Awkward play for Surge. High with the shot, and High ties the game with 1:17 left. Perfect pass by Paul off the backboard. Nothing either Pickle or Bass could do about the situation. Tie game with 1:17. Surge up 1-0 in the series, trying to get their first regulation win, while the Tempest try to remain undefeated on the season and stay first in the division, which they should keep because even if tied win their match, they're losing in game differential by a whole lot right now. Here's Sinks. Tries to pass mid. Pickle with an amazing block. 55 seconds left. Paul can't get the read. 2-on-1 at the moment. Pickle tries to pass mid. Bass is up. Bass with the goal. Takes the lead for the Surge. The former Tempest is rubbing it in the face of the actual Tempest. It's just everywhere. 46 seconds left. Can the Surge hold on to take a two-game lead and force the Tempest to have to reverse sweep to remain undefeated? Not and Pickle bump each other. Sinks hits it off the right wall. Bass with an amazing touch. He's everywhere this game. Here's Pickle. Gets up. Good touch by Pickle. 30 seconds left. Pickle off the corner. Bumps Sinks. Sinks trying to follow. Good control from Sinks. One to beat. Sinks with a solo play. Unbelievable shot by Sinks. With 18 seconds left, he just dribbles around everybody. That is so clutch. From the second best player in the league, average score-wise. 18 seconds left. Tie game. Back and forth we've gone this entire game. Who is going to get the game winner? 10 seconds left. Pickle. 50 by Hi. Here's Bass. Hits it over one. Sinks. Hits it off the top ceiling. Sinks up again. And we're going to overtime in game 2. 4-4 game. Surge have a 1-0 lead. Can they keep it? Hi. Pops. Hi. The shot by Sinks. That's blocked. Knot gets the clear. Not trying to follow. Paul keeps it but gets demoed by Knot. Hi. Tries to cut it. But Bass is there to clear. Sinks. Goes to Knot. Knot with a good pinch. But Sinks reads it clean. Back and forth we go. Both ends of the zone currently. Hi. Pops over Knot. Hi. Pass mid. Anyone home. Pickle with a good touch. But they gotta recover. Knot's up to clear. Sinks off the backboard. Pickle can't get the touch. The save by Bass, but it's hidden by Hi. The Tempest take game 2 in a thriller in OT. Bass almost with an unbelievable save to keep the game alive, but Hi is able to finish it. Tempest take game 2. This series is going to be great. I'm predicting Surge in 5. I think they're going to make a comeback. Not even make a comeback. I think they're playing so good right now. And especially Bass has so much momentum against his old team. I just think the Tempest are due. I think they're due for their first loss. But probably going to bookmark it when Tempest taken in 4. Or when Tempest taken in 5. But it's just what I'm thinking after watching these first 2 games. But anything can happen in game 3. Sorry, water break. Pickle. Tries to pass mid. No one home. Bass hits it off the right wall. Sinks. Clears it. Tempest trying to keep their momentum after that big OT win. Here's Bass, gets demoed by Sinks. Good pinch by Pickle to clear. Knot's up. Can he get a touch? No, but Hi's there to recover. Sinks can't pop it over Bass. Good read. It's going to be an awkward bounce for Hi. Open net, but Paul recovers quickly. What a save by Paul. Hi. Keeps it in the corner. Sinks. Can't get around Bass. Bass winning every 50 this series. Except the one in game 2. To lead to the Tempest win. Here's Bass. Hits it right to Sinks. Sinks with the shot going top left. Blocked by Knot, and Pickle's able to hit it to the right wall. Pickle. Low boost. Able to get one touchdown to Knot. What a passing play by the Surge. But Sinks is there to clear it. Sinks beats 2. Bass, the last one back. Can't get a clean catch, but just tries to 50. And Sinks hits it around 1. But it's blocked. Rebound off the post by Paul. Here's Bass. Off the left wall. Goes to Sinks. Sinks is up. Blocked by Knot. Paul with the catch. Pops over Bass. Bumps each other. Pickle's there to keep it in Tempest zone. Pickle pass mid. A couple misses. Bass with the shot. Saved by Hi. Rebound by Knot. It's off the left wall. Surge keeping the pressure on. Pickle with the shot. Paul with another save. Paul's everywhere on the defensive end right now. Sinks. Able to clear. Pickle. Pass to Knot. The passing plays from Surge have been remarkable to see. Feels like every goal they've had has been an assist somewhere. Pickle. Shot off the post. Hi has an open net, but Bass with a smart block. Hi 50s, and Hi gets the first goal of game 3. Hi just got around Bass and then just played the 50 smartly. And that's an easy tap in for the Tempest, who take a 1-0 lead with 2:56 left. Tempest win kickoff. Here's Hi. Pinch. Pickle's able to clear it. Pickle can't get another touch. Bass off the right wall. Pass mid to Knot. What a passing play by the Surge once again. Unbelievable play. Pickle is able to finish it to tie the game. Bass to Knott off the backboard to Pickle. 1, 2, 3 for the Surge. .241 left. Clean win for the Surge. Pickle steals boost. Bass with the shot off the wall. High's there to clear. Here's Sinks. Booms it downfield. Tough play for Bass. Can he read it? That goes right to Sinks. Saved by Pickle with no boost. Paul keeps it in. Pickle tries to pass to Bass. Bass doesn't react in time. Trying to beat it. Sinks to it now. Flips perfectly around it. That's really unfortunate for Bass. Bass can't get that touch. Not backflips. Sinks backflips as well. A backflip party going on. Bass with the save. Shot by Sinks. Goal for the Tempest. Please hold. Man, I need mods. Sorry for the YouTube mod. Just had to... There was a bot in the chat. Had to get rid of that. Here's Pickle. Can't get the hit. Here's Paul. Blocked by Knott. Good read. Knott's going to try to follow. 50's high as well. Paul takes his time. Trying to 50. With the shot from Pickle out of nowhere. That goes bottom left corner. And we have a tie game. Paul misses the first time, but just tries to play a 50. But Pickle reads where he's going. We have a tie game. Minute 46 left. We have a tie in the series. 1-1. Sinks wins kickoff clean. Open net at the moment. High plays it off the wall to Paul. Paul with the shot. Paul puts it top left. Passing plays back and forth for both teams. Tempest take a 1-goal lead. Sinks off kickoff. Goes to High. High off the back wall to Paul. And Paul taps it in as well. Some great passing from both teams this series. Minute 39. Pickle wins kickoff clean. Paul booms it downfield to High. Knott and High miss. High misses the backflip again. Sinks. Pops it. Awkward play for the Surge. Pickle tries to squishy. Doesn't really have to make a play. Paul tries to pass back to Sinks. Pickle's there to 50. High with the shot. That goes off the left wall. Bass. It's a pass mid. Pickle's there to clear. Paul with another block. He's been everywhere this game. Bass hits it to the corner. Pickle can't get a good 50. Knott's awkward in the corner of his own net. Minute left. Knott to Pickle. Pickle can't get around another. Bass. Up the wall. Paul tries to get a 50, but they both fake it. Here's Sinks. Pass mid. Is High up? Can High score? No. 40 seconds left. Knott. Flicks it around one. Pickles up with the shot. Everyone missed. What just happened? Knott with the goal to tie the game. Knott flicks it over everybody. A miss by Pickle and a miss by Sinks. I think he might have ghost touched that actually. 34 seconds. We have a tie game in game 3. Crucial moment for both teams. Pickle with the catch. Gets around one. Pickle gonna try to follow. 50 by Sinks. Here's Knott. Touches down. Paul passes it middle. High backflips it into his own net. And High. That touch leads to the lead for the Surge. High just couldn't get around it. Just couldn't react in time. And the Surge make an epic comeback after being down 1. And are looking to take game 3. Fake. Bass with the shot. That's blocked. Rebound Knott. That goes to the corner. Knott. Pinch mid. Paul's up. 10 seconds left. Do Tempest have a miracle in them? Bass says no. Knott with the whiff. Bass to Sinks. Sinks tries to keep it up. And we are out of time. And the Surge take game 3. It was back and forth, and the Surge pounced on a couple of mistakes from Tempest. We're going to game 4 with the Surge up 2-1 in the series. The Surge just... This is easily the best game of the Surge's series of... What am I even saying? This is easily the best series the Surge has had all season. They've looked remarkable. Much different compared to the early seasons. Looks like the server might have went down, so I'm going to fix that real quick. I will be back in 2 seconds. Alright, we're back. Server had to go down for maintenance apparently, so we had to find a new server, but we're here. We're ready for Game 4. Can the Surge get their first series win all season? Or will Tempest strip it from them? And Bass starts early for the Surge. 5 seconds in off kickoff. Pickle with the pass to Bass. Tap in. 1-0. Bass has wanted this game all season, and he's got it, and he's showing up big time for the Surge. Pickle wins kickoff once again. Pickle's up, off the wall, can't get another touch, sinks and not miss. Bass in a tough situation, sinks with the shot off the post, and Pickle's there to clear. Sinks is gonna want that one back. Paul gets a demo on Pickle. Bass tries to clear. Sinks. Plays off the left wall. Good bounce for Sinks. Sinks is up. Beats one. Pickle's there to read it. Good clear by Pickle. Awkward bounce for the Tempest. And Hi is able to 50. Gives some time for Tempest to get back. Bass. Couple whiffs. Here's Hi. Gets a 50. It goes right to Bass. Bass. Gets around one. Can't get around Paul. Good 50 by Paul. Not able to stall some time. Play it to the right wall. Gets demoed by Sinks. Pickle. Gets demoed by Hi. 2 Surge down at the moment. The last one's Bass, who takes a shot, and it's blocked by Paul. Here's Paul. Can't get past Pickle. Hi. A little awkward on the situation. Pickle places it bottom left, and the Surge take a 2-0 lead with 3:43 left in Game 4. Weird bounce off the wall. Hi can't read it, especially with no boost. So Pickle taps it in bottom left. Tempest got to show some fight here if they want to remain undefeated. They haven't seen a lot of adversity this season, and they're getting it now. How do they respond? Sinks. Pops over one. Pickle with the save. Hi. Pops mid. No one's home for the Tempest. Not has some time, can't get the touch. Hi fakes, Sinks with the shot. Bass, the last one back. No boost, able to make the save. Rebound Paul, blocked by Not. Defense holding strong for the Surge. Pass to Sinks, nothing home. Not pops it up, goes right to Pickle. Pickle pinches down. Here's Sinks, off the right wall. Sinks gonna get another. Blocked by Not, pass mid. Pickle's there to clear. Another couple fakes from Tempest and Surge on that play. Bass is able to get around one. Hi taking his time. Pops up. Pickle's there to steal. Pickle with the pass mid. Not. Gets one touch. Doesn't really have an angle on a shot. Another fake. We've seen that a lot this series. You gotta wonder if it's a fake or if it's just a couple whiffs. There's Not. Isn't able to get that touch. Sinks. Open net. A couple whiffs from the Surge leads to a Sinks tap in, and the Tempest have a 1-goal game now. Not and Bass just can't read the ball and just don't get touches on it. So Sinks says, okay, I'm just going to tap it in anyways. 1-goal game, 2:29 left. Kickoff is won by the Tempest. Sinks follows. Sinks. Pinch mid. Blocked by Pickle. Pickle gets around one. Sinks. Passes it to Hi. Hi with the shot. What a play by the Tempest. And we have a tie game. Sinks with an unbelievable touch. Perfectly over Bass. And Hi taps it bottom left corner. 2:17 left in game 4. Surge have a 2-1 lead at the moment, trying to finish it at 4, but the Surge are fighting to win this 4th game. Sinks, blocked by Bass. Pickles trying to clear. Not. Pinches it. Good pinch mid to Bass. Bass can't get the shot. Pickle is able to, but it's blocked. High, with some time and space. Hits it off the right wall. Bass, a double commit from Surge. We haven't seen a lot of that this series. Bass and High. Unbelievable scenes in the back left corner for the Surge as Sinks takes a 1-goal lead. Bass and High get caught up on each other. Interesting play for both teams, but Sinks is there to tap in and take the lead for the Tempest. Minute 45. Another Tempest win on kickoff. Building some momentum here. High at the pass mid. Pickle clears. Sinks is able to save. Paul's up on the wall. Doesn't have a play. Bass doesn't either. Paul hits it up the left wall. Sinks trying to follow. Flick tries to flick one. Blocked by Knott. Paul keeps it. Hits it off the right wall. High and Pickle 50. That goes straight down. Bass off the corner. Sinks. Hits it off the back wall. Sinks trying to double. Pickle's there to clear. Knott. Can't get a touch. Pickle. Can't get around High. Bass to Knott. Knott can't get a touch. Bass. Hits it off the left wall. Gonna try to follow. Sinks is there to pinch. A double commit by Surge. Some miscommunication there with 54 seconds left. They're down 1 in game 4. Paul, pinch mid. High can't get the shot off. Knott has some time. Tries to flick. Sinks beats 2. High's there to follow. Beats Bass. Knott tries to clear. Gets around 2. Numbers for the Surge. Do they have a miracle with 30 seconds left? No, it's blocked by Sinks. Bass pinches it back to Pickle. Pickle off the corner mid. Knott can't get the read on the shot. Tried to place it, but just nothing there. High. Can't get the open net. Just didn't have the angle. It's popped up. 10 seconds left. Sinks can't get a touch. Bass can't get a touch either. Knott can't get a touch either. Few whiffs with 10 seconds left. Paul keeps it up. 0 seconds on the clock, and that is game. Tempest take game 4. Unbelievable series to start week 5. Both teams playing very equal right now. I mean, I said Surge in 5, but we'll see. Like, anything can happen in this game 5. We've seen everything in this series. Here we go. Can the Surge get their first win in regulation? Can the Tempest keep their undefeated streak alive? We'll find out after game 5. Bass hits it right off his back wall. Paul with the shot. Blocked by Bass at the moment. Pickle gets another block on High. Bass can't clear it. Pass to High. Open net. Not nearly gets the save, but High gets the first goal of game 5. 1-0 Tempest. Great pass by Sinks. High kind of placed it too close to the middle of the net. Gave Knott a chance, but he just didn't have the angle. Early lead for Tempest once again. Who's not trying to respond. Not able to get there in time. Bass gets dunked. Pickle with the shot. Saved by High. Sorry about that. Here's Knott. Can't get around 1. Bass playing the 50 on Paul. Paul keeps it in Tempest. Keeps it in Surge zone. Sinks. Gets around 1. Double commit by Surge, but it's cleared at the moment. Paul tries to pass it mid. Loads of double commits from the Surge. Open net for High. Off the bar. Saved by Pickle. That might be one of the best saves of the season. Unbelievable. Loads of double commits from the Surge. Should have led to a goal, but Pickle able to keep it out of the net. Keep it a 1-goal game. Bass pops around. Pickle pass mid. Not with the shot. Blocked by Sinks. Here's Paul. Beat by Knott. High. Able to clear. Pickle hits it off the left wall. Pass mid to Sinks. Sinks can't get a clean touch, but forces 2 to commit. Pickle gets the clear. High's there. Booms it down the left wall. Knott's there to control. Not as controlled as he was hoping, because Sinks passes mid, but Knott's still there to clear. Good recovery. Here's Pickle. Shot saved by Pickle. Kept in. Tempest with all the pressure at the moment. Sinks with the shot that goes wide. Here's Knott. Takes it off Pickle since he had boost, but not able to get around Sinks. Here's Bass. High. Keeps it. Paul with the shot. That goes off the left wall, but Pickle's there to recover. What a flick by Pickle. Beats 2. Open net for the Surge if he can get there. What a play by Pickle to tie the game. What a solo play from Pickle in the Surge. Flicked 2 and then beat the last to tie the game. 2:48 left. Sinks wins kickoff clean. That's going to be awkward for the Surge, but High's not able to finish. Paul pass mid to Sinks. Knott gets around 1. Gets the 50, pass mid. Anyone home for Surge. High's there to clear. Here's Pickle. Just go straight down. Sinks. Hits it to Knott. Knott plays it to the corner. Paul gets around 1. Paul gets around 2. Pass mid. High with the goal. What a pass by Paul. 2-1 Tempest. Paul with the fake on 1. Good pass in the second. And then High beats the third. Clean play for the Tempest. 2:17. Tempest up 1 in game 5. Pickle. It's Sinks. Knott backflips right to Pickle. Pickle trying to play a 50, but no one was there to 50 with him. Bass gets around 1. Sinks has a shot if he can. Knott's there to block it. Bass booms it downfield. Demos High. Pickle has some time and boost and space, whatever stuff you want to give him. Bass is going to try to follow. Gets bumped by Pickle a bit. Knott can't get the read, and High with a tap in to make it a 2-goal game. Sinks with a great pinch, and Knott just couldn't read it on time, and High was able to. 2-goal game for Tempest. Minute 45. Surge have looked great all series, but now they're down in game 5. They need to fight back. Do they have it? Sinks. Awkward touch. Gets around 1, but Pickle can tap in and make it a 1-goal game. Exactly what the Surge needed. A clean kickoff. Sinks couldn't really do much. He tried his best, but just didn't have enough speed to get it around the corner. 1-goal game. Minute 37. Knott off the wall. Pass mid. Pickle with the shot. Blocked by Sinks. Sinks going to try to follow. Sinks, low boost, not able to really do much, but it's going to hit off the wall, off the crossbar to Paul, who hits it off the backboard, and High taps it in. 4-2 Tempest. The passing play by the Tempest, the 1-2-3, gets everybody on the Surge jumping. 2-goal game once again. Minute 19 left. Do the Surge have another comeback in them? Will they fall to 1-5 and have their playoff chances looking ever bleaker? Here's High. Gets fakes Pickle. A little awkward situation for both teams. Bass off the corner. Bass pass mid. Knott's up. Knott gets a touch. Minute left in game 5. Pickle keeps it in. Sinks backflips. Saved by Sinks. Paul's there to clear. Trying to run some clock down on the Surge. Pass mid, Sinks, blocked by Bass. High with the shot, saved by Bass. Bass can't get it out. Paul touches down. It's beat by Pickle. Sinks the last one back, able to boom it. That goes top right. We have mayhem in week 5. Sinks makes it a 5-2 game. And I think that's going to be the dagger for the Tempest to remain undefeated. 5-0. Kickoffs can happen. But will they for the Surge? They're asking for a lot with 30 seconds left. High. 50's down. Bass gonna follow. Beat by Paul. Pickle's there to save. Pickle tries to follow. Beat by Sinks. Pass mid. Sinks isn't home. Bass gonna follow. Fakes. Not. With the shot. Blocked by High. 10 seconds left. And the Tempest. The Tempest reign continues as they go 5-0, while the Surge fall to 1-5, still fighting for a playoff spot in their first regulation win. It was a great series, and what a way to start week 5. I feel bad for the Surge. They're showing so much fight this season, and they're just not getting the breaks they need. A great fight from both teams, but the Tempest remain undefeated and stay 5-0. The Surge fall to 1-5, still fighting for a playoff spot. And that is going to do it for tonight. We will have, it's looking like 2 games to Friday, I believe. I think we're going to have 2 games Friday. So, yeah, be excited for that. And if this match was any way to see what this week was going to look like, I'm very excited for the next 2 games. So thank you so much, everyone, and we will see you on Friday to continue week 5.